In the name of Allah, most merciful, most compassionate, dear students, how are you? This is Hazm Rashwan, and here we are again with a new online lesson of Traveler 2. This lesson is 4D on page 54 in the student book and page 45 in the workbook. Um, the title of our lesson, this is the lesson in the student book, the title of our lesson is Way of Life. So today we are going to talk about the way of life of some people. Okay, we will talk about the people of Alaska, the Alaska natives. Alaska natives means the original people, right? Live in Alaska, who live in Alaska. So Alaska is a state, is one of the states of the United States of America, but it lies in a remote part of the of North America. Um, First of all, we have here the discussion. We have a question: what do you know about Alaska? What do you know about Alaska? I googled the word Alaska and I found some information on the Wikipedia and some different websites. We have here some information about this state. It's a state of the states of the United States of America, right? But it lies on a different part of the continent. Here we have the flag. This is how the flag looks. We have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 stars in the flag, right? And this is the where is it lie? Where was it located? This is the red area. This is Alaska, and this is America. And here we have Canada. This in the gray color that separate the Alaska from United States. And as I said, Alaska is one of the states of America, or the United States of America, right? These are the people who live in this part or this state. We call them the Inupiat. Inupiat. So these are the people of Alaska. Inupiat, right? Back again to the state we talk about. As you know, it lies on the west, okay, west part of northwest of North America, and it's close to the North Pole. Okay, you can see here the North Pole, or the end of the Earth towards the north. Let's go back to our lesson. This is the discussion, and let's go to our lesson. Here we have a passage about how the people of Alaska live, how the native people of Alaska live. What do we call them at first? We call the people of Alaska, or the native, or the Alaska natives, we call them the Inupiat. Inupiat. As we say, we have different tribes in America. We call them the Native Americans, or the Red Indians. Okay, like the Apache, like the Cherokee. We have different tribes. We have here the Inupiat in Alaska. As you see here, we have this part of America is covered in ice most of the year because it's close to the North Pole. So its weather is cold most of the year. Let's listen to the first part, or the first paragraph of our lesson, and then we will talk about the words we have here.
Alaska, the largest state of the USA, will definitely impress the traveler with spectacular landscapes and a unique climate. But if you met the inhabitants, you would realize that Alaska offers more than just pretty views. It also gives visitors a fascinating opportunity to meet wonderful people and a culture very different from their own.
Here we have in this paragraph some new words, like the first word is definitely. Definitely means for sure, right? Surely, without any doubt. This is the meaning of definitely. We have here a spectacular. Spectacular means wonderful, impressing. Landscapes means the countryside and the views you can see in the countryside, like the green plants and so on, the nice views you can see. We have here unique. Unique means a special, special and unusual. It's nice. It's a good thing, by the way. The climate means the weather over a long period of time, like a season. The climate in winter is cold, and the climate in summer is hot. We have here the inhabitants. Inhabitants means the people who live in an area. So when I say the inhabitants of Dammam, I mean the people who live in Dammam. The inhabitants of Riyadh, means the people or the dwellers. They live in Riyadh. We have as well the word fascinating. Fascinating means interesting. Interesting. Opportunity means occasion or a chance. You have the opportunity to do that. You have the chance to do that. That's okay. Let's listen to the next paragraph.
One of the many peoples of Alaska are the Inupiat, who live in the north and northwestern areas of the state. Most Inupiat people live in small villages that have been around for hundreds of years. Others live in larger towns, like Barrow, which is the most northern city in Alaska and the United States. In Barrow, temperatures can drop to minus 49 degrees Celsius in winter. Also, because North Alaska is very close to the North Pole, it is completely dark for more than 2 months in winter, and between May and August there is constant daylight.
Yes, in this part we have the word northern. Northern. Northern means from the north, right? But don't say northern. It's not northern, but it's northern. Northern. Northerns, right? We have as well Barrow is a city or place in Alaska. We have as well C here. C here stands for Celsius or centigrade. When I say 49 Celsius or 49 centigrade, so the C is for centigrade or Celsius. We have here the North Pole. North Pole is the part of the earth at the end of the earth in the north, right? This is the North Pole, and at the end of the earth towards the south is called the South Pole. So we have North Pole and South Pole, which is very, very or extremely cold, right? We have here constant. Constant means continuous, right? Continuous. Let's listen to the next paragraph.
The Inupiat are peaceful people with a lot of respect for the environment and their traditions. Inupiat villagers rely on hunting and salmon fishing for their survival. Their prey is normally caribou, fish, especially salmon, and whales. While the men go hunting or fishing, the women either work or stay at home and make warm clothes for their family. Sharing is very important for the Inupiat, and when the men catch a whale, each member of the community will be given some.
That's okay. In this passage, we are talking about the traditions, the customs of the Inupiat people, right? How they dress, how they live, how they eat. So we have here a lot of information about how do those people, live and deal with each other. Here in this part, in this paragraph number 3, we have the first word, environment. Environment means what's all around you, right? From the air, water, land. When I say respect the environment, keep the environment clean. You keep the water, air, and land clean. We have here tradition. Traditions means customs, means what all people do in a certain or a particular community. As we said, the Inupiat means the people of Alaska. Villagers means the people who live in villages. Rely means depend. So I rely on you, I depend on you. Rely means depend. We have here salmon. So when I say salmon, don't say salmon. The L is silent letter here. So don't say salmon. It's salmon. Salmon, right? We have the prey. Prey means the animal that's killed, right? So when the lion killed a deer, so the deer is the prey, right? The caribou. Caribou is a kind of deer. You will see its image or its picture in the second part of our lesson. We have here hunting. Hunting is the activity when you chase and catch anything just for food, right? This is the hunting. We have as well, yes, sharing. Sharing means to give people some of what you have, right? So they share some of the whales or some of the meat of the whales they have to the others. And sharing is very important in our community, especially when you the people who live next to you need some of what you have. So sharing is very important and is something good, something nice. We have here whale. Whale is the largest sea mammal. Again, the largest sea mammal. It's the largest creature on earth. It's the largest creature on earth. It may weigh tons or more. We have here the community. Community means the people who live together. So the community of the man means the people of the man. The community in Saudi means the people of Saudi. The last part of or the last paragraph of our lesson, this is the conclusion. Let's listen to it.
Alaska is a special place, and it makes visitors wish they could go back. Some say it's the land of diversity. One thing is for sure, you've never seen anything like it.
Yes, what we have here is the diversity. Diversity, I clarified its meaning at the beginning of our module, because our module is diversity, or under the name of diversity, under the title of diversity. And I said diversity means different types of things, different types of people. And here we have a different culture, a different type of people. What we talked about, the natives of Alaska, or the people of Alaska, right? Let's go to the next part. We have here the pictures of some types of food that the Alaska natives eat. The first one is caribou. Look at the horns on his head. They have here the whale. This is the whale. It's not dolphin, it's a whale, right? We have here the salmon, this kind of fish, which is pink inside, right? It's pink inside. Here, this note or tab gives you the information about how to guess a meaning of a word you don't know in a passage. So if you have a word in a passage and you don't know its meaning, you can look after it and before it to discover its meaning from the context. As I said before, this is the note here. Now to the question, what does the Alaska offer visitors? Alaska offer visitors, as I think, pretty sights, and you can meet different people with different culture. Where do the Inupiat people live? The Inupiat people live in which part of Alaska, I mean, right? In the north or the south? Yes, that's very good. In the north, okay, and northwestern areas of Alaska. Why is the weather in Alaska unusual? Why is it very cold in Alaska? Because it's close. It's close to what? It's close to the North Pole. It's nice. And the North Pole is extremely cold. What do Inupiat people eat? They eat what? I showed you the pictures of some animals they eat. Caribou, whales, and salmon. That's very good. What happens when the Inupiat people catch a whale? They eat it and they don't give anything to the others, or they share it with others? They share it with others. Here we have the vocabulary that's highlighted in the passage. The first one is landscape. Landscape means very good, nature or the countryside. Inhabitant means very good, the person who lives in an area. Rely means what? Depend. I rely on, depend on. Prey is what? Is the god, the animal that's hunted. The community or the society, that's very good, the group of people who live together. Here we have to fill in the spaces with words from here. So we have 5 words here and we have 5 spaces here. Number 1, all the members of our like the idea of a new park in the area. Community, that's good. I don't think you can on George to get a job done because he's not very responsible, he's careless, he's lazy, so you can't rely on George. Road trips are nice because they give you the chance to admire the beautiful what? When you walk and look at the beautiful views and scenes. Landscapes, that's very good, the landscapes. The injured animal couldn't run fast. You can say fast or fast. Both are correct, American and British. So it was easy. Easy what? That's good. Easy prey for the hungry lion. There are more than 2,000 in this village. 2,000 what? Inhabitants or people. Now this is the map of Alaska. The map of Alaska. Let's go now to the workbook. We have a nice and very good exercise. It's a crossword puzzle. The crossword puzzle. This part. You have to answer only what I give you, right? And you have to study only what I give you in the student book and workbook. We skipped some exercise like listening, speaking, and writing. Just because we give you the most important parts. That doesn't mean that speaking, writing, and listening is not important, but you can read it. This is the point I wanted to talk about. Here we have the across. Across means like, okay, like this, like this. So this is the across. And here we have the down, right? Let's start with the across. Here we have a custom. It's number 5, and it starts with the letter T. Custom, a tradition. Good. Tradition. A tradition. We have to have one button just to press it and give you the whole word without taking each word. Each letter. Number 6, a person who lives in a village. Where's number 6? Yes, this is number 6. A person who lives in a village. Start with V as well. Villager. That's good. A villager. So, a villager. Yeah, we have number 7. Kill an animal for food. That's what? So when you kill an animal for food, you hunt it. Okay, so the activity is hunting. Right? Hunting. So don't pronounce the G. So don't say hunting. It's hunting. Hunting, playing, swimming, climbing, and so on. A group of people living in an area. So what do we call them? A group of people who live in an area. Start with C. Was number 8. Yeah, community. That's good. Now to the down. We start with number 1. Was number 1? Yes, this one. Number 1 is special or unusual. It starts with U, as you remember. Unique. That's good. Number 2, a country that belongs to a group of countries and is controlled by one government, like the United States of America. So we have different states. We have more than 50, and Alaska is one of them, right? So we are talking about a state. S-T-A-T. Number 3, a person who lives in an area. Where's number 3? This is number 3. Yes, we call them inhabitant. That's very good. So we start with I. Inhabitant. Or a dweller. It means a dweller. Someone who lives in an area, in a place, certain place. Number 4, a person who visits foreign countries or place in his or her country. This is what we call, yes, the name of our course is what? Good, traveler. So it's a traveler. V-E-L-L-E-R. Not that we have double L here because our course is British, but in the American English we have only one L, right? This is the end of our video and our lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. Till the next video, have a nice time, and don't forget to answer the e-homework, right? Have a nice time, take care, and goodbye.